Welcome to this demo on pre-built functions. Let's navigate to the functions in the developer services and select pre-built functions to view the catalog. The catalog provides ready-to-use functions that can be used to execute various cloud operations. You don't need to write any code or maintain it. You can simply discover a pre-built function, configure and deploy it using a single click or using an API. The catalog shows a collection of pre-built function listings, and you can search for a specific PBF or use the triggers to filter and then select a specific pre-built function that you would like to build. Let's take a look at the zero coder policy pre-built function as an example and understand how you can use it to manage budgets and implement automated controls by enforcing rules at the compartment level. The listing page provides information about the pre-built function, and this information is organized in the form of overview, policies, and configurations. The Overview tab gives you information about the PBF listing OSID, the published date, and the minimum amount of memory required to execute the function, and also some of the triggers. The Policies tab, you can view IAM policy required to execute the function, and let's invoke the function wizard by clicking the Create Function option. This provides you with the wizard where you can set up the function that you would like to calibrate for zero coder policy. Let's start by creating the name. You can map the function to an existing application or create a new application and map the function to it. The function requires access to certain resources, and through the wizard, we automate the creation of the dynamic group and the policies, and the customer is provided the option to opt out of it by selecting the checkbox below. You can then set out the memory and the timeout of the function. We recommend 256 MB of memory and 300 seconds of timeout as a default for this specific PBF. Optionally, you could also set up provision concurrency and provide service family names that you would like to map this PBF to as an optional parameter. I'm going to click on Create. Once the function is created, you get access to all of the resources created as a part of the wizard. You can go and view the function. You could also check the dynamic group that is created and also view the IAM policy that is set up by default using the service. The last step, once the function is created, is to set up triggers. Later on in the demo, I'll walk you through how to set up event rules as a trigger, and by creating a rule of type trigger alert create, you can pass the budget ID as an attribute and set up a function to be triggered for zero coder policy. Let's go create a compartment. Apply to the description. You can map it to a specific parent compartment and then click on create. Let's now create a budget alert. We can do this by searching for budgets on the search bar, selecting the create budget option and picking on the scope, providing the name of the budget and the description, and select the compartment in which you want to map the budget to. So in this instance, I'm going to map it to the recently created compartment, which is budget comp. I'm then going to set the budget amount and optionally configure certain rules. I'm going to set the threshold metric to forecast spend and the actual percentage to 50%. Configure an email alert that I need to send out in case the budget is triggered, and optionally the alert message. And click on create. I'm then going to select the budget that I've created, copy the OSID, and use this as an attribute when I set up the event rule. You can now search for rules to set the new event rule. You can click on the create rule button, provide the name and the rule conditions by providing the event type, specifying the service name, and then setting the trigger alert create. And add another condition to set the attribute for the rule, and then select upon the budget ID. You can then configure actions specific to the function that you've created. You can pick on functions, select the compartment, Map the application in which you have the function, and then pick the function name and click on Create Role. You should first search the quota policies. And this shows you the list of policies created against your compartment. This details the quota policies and the statements scoped against the target compartment of the budget that was triggered by the pre-build function. And you can see various resources like events, APM, block storage, AI vision, and various other services that are as a part of the policy. This can be verified by going to instances, selecting the specific compartment. This provides a list of already running instances. Let's try creating a new instance. Give it the default instance name, set up all of these parameters, and then select create. We now see the error message upon creating a new compute resource. This shows that the quota policies have exceeded, and it also gives you the ID followed by the estimates. Additionally, we also get the email notification that we had set the budget to. Moving forward, the functions team is looking to automate the execution of such common tasks that include security, compliance, governance, among others. For example, ingesting OCI logs into external SIM or observability through OCH, automated creation of resource quota policies and cleanup of resources for effective cost management, and adding custom authentication and authorization through API gateways. This concludes our demo. Thank you.